come here because all of us, we are committed about the Amway business, about our future, about your future. Am I right? Yes. Let's give everybody a big applause. How many of you are new in the Amway business? Can you please put up your hand? So, okay, probably, 30% or 40% of the people are new. New means you probably just signed up, or probably just, get to know Amway, or maybe haven't really started yet. So, for those who are already in the business for some time, who are committed, those serious ADO, I think we should, welcome our new friends, our new ADO. But this is not really a big welcome. We should show them, how to show our new people that we really welcome them. Let me tell you, the first time when I attended an Amway meeting, it was a very small meeting in a hotel in Malaysia. That was about 39 years ago. After I signed up in the business for about 2 months. The first 2 months I was not doing well. I tried very hard. I wanted to sell, I wanted to sponsor, but I find it difficult to sell, and I couldn't sponsor people. So I was a little bit, negative about the Amway business. But somehow, I met some Amway people, those who are very excited, and they said, Mr. Foo, if you really want to become successful in Amway, you should go and attend Amway meeting. I do not know when for those who are new in Amway, so you are doing Amway. So is it funny, when people tell you that you need to attend meeting? Why we need to attend meeting? So sometimes when I was new, I couldn't understand. But nevertheless, anyway, those people are very excited and say, "So why not you want to attend a meeting?" So I listened to my friend, and then I call up some people. I said, "Hey, do you know where I can attend a meeting?" And then those are Amway people. But somehow he said, "Who is your upline?" So I mentioned my upline's name. Sorry, my upline was nobody. Nobody knows him. So he said, "Well, you're not in my group, so sorry, you cannot attend my meetings." I was a little bit disappointed, that what's so special about Amway meeting? I want to attend, and yet you do not allow me to attend. So finally, I call up my sponsor. Unfortunately, my sponsor, after he sponsored me, he went to sleep. I also didn't know why he wanted to sponsor me. But anyway, I was really very grateful to him that he sponsored me in the Amway business. But maybe he was just want to try his luck, or maybe he was not really serious about the Amway business. After he sponsored me, he didn't follow up. So he didn't call me. He didn't ask me to attend any meeting. Probably he never attended any Amway meeting. So I called him. I said, "Mr. Lee, is there an Amway meeting I can attend?" I said, "I want to learn how to build the Amway business." And he said, "Meeting No, we have no meeting He's never had meeting before. I said, "Can you find out?" So he said, "Okay." But anyway, my sponsor was really good. He said, "Look, I will check and see." So he called up his upline. And so his upline got meeting. In fact, his upline was really very successful. His upline mean my upline, mean your upline. All of us upline. Our upline was the #1 Amway leader in Malaysia at that time. But he didn't know me because I was really down the line, and in between we got 15%, 18%, and then platinum. So of course I was a nobody, and nobody would probably care too much about a nobody, especially a new person. But I tell you, I was really wrong, really wrong. So anyway, after I talked to my sponsor, I said, hey, I wanted to attend an Amway meeting so I can learn how to build the Amway business. And then he checked with his upline, and his upline was really very kind, very nice. Of course, you know, we do have meeting. And at that time, they have a meeting once or twice every month, like what we are doing now. You know, every month, you know, we have meeting here. So anyway, he invited me, you know, to attend that meeting. But I tell you, it was a rather small meeting. I think probably only we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Probably is only 1/5 of the crowd here. So very small meeting in a 4-star hotel. When you were new to a meeting, I do not know what is your reaction for those who are new here. Sometimes we attend, we go to a new place, we do not feel very comfortable, right? I don't know whether you feel comfortable. I was very shy, I didn't feel comfortable. I look at everybody, strangers to me, you know, and some are very friendly. You know, some people, Amway people are really friendly. But anyway, because I was, you know, new, and then I sat somewhere, and I was early, and then when the time came, you know, the leader, so he was invited in. Wow, very nice couple, very friendly, you know, gave fantastic talk. Then after that, you know, he come and shake hand with me, he said, "Are you Mr. Foo?" I said, "Yes." And from that day onward, I tell you, my life changed already. The reason why I want to share with you this story, it was because the first 2 months, I accomplished nothing at all. No sales, no sponsoring. It was really difficult to sell Amway products. Because why? I thought, who's going to buy Amway products? So expensive. Very expensive. Compared to the Malaysian, hey, I tell you, 39 years ago, imported products that sell to Malaysia is very expensive compared to the local products. It's not just double the price or triple the price. It's 5 times more expensive than local products. Sometimes even, I think it's 8 times or 10 times more expensive. So who is going to buy it? So that was the reason I couldn't, you know, sell Amway products. And of course, if I cannot sell, why not sponsor? Because this is how we build Amway business, isn't it? Is to sell and to sponsor. So, but every time when I talk to people about Amway, all the reaction was, no, I'm not interested. You know, because I really did not know how to do the proper presentation. So that was the reason I couldn't sell, I couldn't sponsor, but luckily I didn't give up, and then I attended that meeting, and that meeting changed my life in Amway. Because after that meeting, you know, I was really surprised. You know, someone, because I do not know why you joined the Amway business. I joined Amway because I wanted to make money for a very simple reason. Okay, I got no money. I wanted to make more money, so I thought, you know, Amway is a good opportunity that I can earn extra money. But as far as I'm concerned, my mind, Amway was a selling business. Okay, and only those like me, pocket no money, who are desperate, will probably want to join Amway. Those who are well-to-do, who are professional, who are successful, I don't think, you know, people like them will want to join the Amway business. But I was really wrong. You know, when I met with that person, my upline, I was shocked, you know, when he was introduced to me that, you know, Angela, my wife, you know, she's a teacher, and then myself, you know, I work as a dental surgeon, and then when he started to talk, you know, successful people always like to talk about his background. He said, I'm a dental surgeon, and I'm the chairman of the Dental Association of Malaysia. So can you imagine, you know? So I thought I was a nobody. Suddenly, you know, I met somebody who is so successful, and yet he's so committed about the Amway business. There must be reason. I tell you, because of that incident really changed about my talks about the Amway business. Now, my dear Amway friends, my dear Amway APOs, I think this is the first step that you really need to know. Sometimes a lot of people complain that Amway is difficult to do, like myself. The first 2 months, I complained a lot. Cannot do, cannot sell, cannot sponsor. And then when I met some people, and then also a lot of people who are negative about the Amway business, you know, especially when I want to sponsor them, and they say, look, you know, my friend so-and-so signed up 6 months ago, you know, quit the business. My auntie, you know, 1 year ago also signed up, but, you know, he complained, cannot do. I tell you, so I got a lot of this kind of people around me give me a lot of negative feedback about the Amway business. So how can you have confidence, you tell me? So when you face this kind of situation, you find difficult to sell, you find difficult to sponsor, and then your friends, your neighbors, and give you the negative input. You know, Amway, very difficult. Cannot be done lah. Products are expensive lah. Nobody will do lah. Nobody will join you lah. Forget about this business lah. Blah blah blah. When people say something like that, now you tell me, what will be your reaction? You still have confidence in your business? Yes or no?
Yes.
I tell you what, this is a test, you know. It's a test. Because for those who are new, maybe after this meeting, after Mark Lay's motivation and a video and everything, wow, the Amway is so good, fantastic. And then you thought, you know, you really excited and serious about the Amway business, and I wanted to sponsor people. And then when you approach your friends, your loved one, your neighbors, your relative, chances are, because all these people, they have never attended any Amway meetings, maybe they heard a lot of negative comments about the Amway business. Oh, Amway, networking, pyramid, this, that. Now you tell me, how are you going to continue to be motivated? How are you going to continue to believe that this is a good business? So ladies and gentlemen, for those who are new, I think this is the #1 thing, that you have to be convinced first. Otherwise, I can guarantee you, you will not make it in the Amway business. You will not become successful in the Amway business. Not because you are not good enough. Not because you are not capable of doing this business. You cannot succeed is simply because you are not convinced. And I tell you, it's very difficult to be convinced. Do you think you are convinced already?
Yes.
That's very good. But I hope that when you say you are convinced, it's because you convince yourself, not someone else, not Mark Lloyd, not Mr.Foo, not all those big pin, not your upline, not your sponsor. You are convinced because you have personally convinced yourself. You really study about the products, study about the company. What's so special about this company? Is that true? What's so special about the sales and marketing plan? Is the sales and marketing plan fair? What's so good about the Amway products? Ask yourself this question. Will you buy Amway products?
Yes.
And how many of the products will you buy? And will you continue to buy? Hey, this is good questions. If you cannot answer this question, that means you're not been convinced yet, right? Let's say if your answer is, oh yes, I love Amway product. You know, I try all the products. And we got 400-500 different kind of products. Tell me, please tell me, how many of the products you are using right now? 1, 2, 3, or 20? I don't expect you to use 300-400. At least 20 of them, right? So for those of you who haven't even tried to use 20 products, to me, you are not convinced yet. Alright? So, go back and give it a thought. I don't want to convince you. I don't want to tell you that, you know, we have the best products in the world. No, it's you. are the one that have to be convinced. You are the one that you need to convince yourself that, hey, you know, the products are really, really good. Better than any other products, better than the product that I use to you. So if you have that kind of belief, you know, strong belief, just like myself, okay, myself. After I use the Amway products, and then I learned from my upline that, you know, if the products are good, why do you want to continue to use X brand? Hey, that's a good question, right? So, how many of you using LOC? Oh, good, very good, congratulations. Fantastic, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it expensive?
No.
No, LOC is definitely not expensive. You see, I'm so excited that your response is so, you know, so quick and so positive. So I really believe that this, you know, our products are good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have that kind of belief, then I'm very confident that, you know, you will find this business is not that difficult already. You know why I keep telling people that this is the #1 most difficult job is to be convinced, and do not let anybody else to convince you, because if you let your upline, you let the company staff, or you let a diamond or come back to convince you, I tell you the next day when we meet some problem, challenges, your friends and who are really influential and tell you all the negative things, and then you will confuse. Then you will start to, you know, really confused, and you don't know who should you listen to. Whether to listen to Mark Lloyd, to listen to the crown ambassador, or to listen to your friends who are so influential, keep telling you that, oh, you know, this thing won't work, products are too expensive, blah, 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 blah. I tell you, got confused. So why want to let other people convince you? Why not you convince yourself? So buy a few products, you know, learn from your upline, make some comparison, you know, buy a few more other brands, analyze the price, analyze the quality. Hey, if after you put in the time and effort to really make comparison, and you are convinced, hey, this is really good products, and nobody convinced you, it's you. It's you that convince yourself. Hey, congratulations, if you are the one that going through this kind of procedures that you really convince yourself that, hey, Amway products are good, I tell you, you will have the power to convince other people. You know, I did that. Yes. Now, trust me, I believe you too can become successful, really. As I said just now, I guarantee you will not make it in Amway if you do not believe. And I can guarantee if you can convince yourself, you can make it. Because you have the capability of doing it. Now, I was sponsored in Amway in 1978, but I heard about Amway in 1977. My good friend Chan Kuntin approached me, and he showed the products and the circle and then the business and wanted to sponsor me into Amway. But I said no to him. I rejected him. And I was negative. I told him this business wouldn't work. And sure enough, 6 months later, Mr. Chan quit the business. And 1 year later, you know, I signed up. And when I signed up, I went back to talk to Mr. Chan. Of course, he was not very happy. You know, he said, a year ago, I approached you, I wanted to sponsor you, and you said no to me. So why should I join you now? Good question, right? Did he join?
Yes.
Did I sponsor him?
Yes.
Of course. Then why? I tell you what. It was because after I met Dr. Jerry, and then I started to understand, you know, it's very important that I have to be convinced first. And that's why I study about the product, I study about it, and when I was convinced, I was very positive. Because when I started to have the belief in that way, I wanted to go back and share with my friends. And of course, Chan, you know, he tried. He tried because he sponsored a couple of people. And none of them make it. In fact, all the people sponsored by him quit the business. And all the downlines sponsored by him some of them are my classmates. All these people are professional. They are university graduates. They are not ordinary people who have no, background. They have background, and yet they couldn't make it. You know why? Not because Chan Kun Tin are not capable of doing the Amway business. Because in 1977, when Chan signed up, he didn't really attend meeting and learn and really be convinced. He only let his upline tell him good business, good product, so he thought he believed. In fact, if Chan was really believed in Amway at that time, I could have been sponsored by him. Fortunately, he didn't believe at that time, so he couldn't sponsor me. So because I believe, so now I became his upline. Right? And the story is history changed. And today, Chan Kun Tin is one of my most successful leader in my organization. I tell you, we haven't yet have a account ambassador in Philippine. I challenge you yesterday night that why not be the first account ambassador? And do you know that Chan Kun Tin, he now got how many account ambassador in his organization? I think probably more than 20, 25. 25 crown ambassador in his organization. And Mr.Foo Tracy, of course, the downline, and then Choi Kiet, Italy, also the downline, and all these are crown ambassador. So can you imagine if he were to be convinced in 1977, then I became one of Chan Kun Tin's crown ambassador. But today, all these 25 crown ambassadors are now in my organization. Yeah. All right. So I kept trying to explain to you because not because I'm really good, you know, I got education or I got background or I'm somebody. No, I was just like you, ordinary people. I became successful in Amway because I really believe, and that kind of belief is very firm. Nobody can shake my belief. Anybody can tell me Amway would work, I would not believe. Not because I believe in Amway, because I believe in Foo Howe Kean. I think this is really a very important concept. That you better believe in yourself. So be convinced. Once you are convinced, I tell you, you can move to the second step. This is your own business. Remember, ABO. You are ABO, Amway business owner, and now you own your own business. And you better start to have the understanding of what do you mean by you are your own boss. Hey, not easy to be a boss, okay? Not easy to start your own business. Of course, if you want to start your own business, it's really not difficult. You need to have experience, you need to have money, you need to have know-how, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, Amway, you really do not need to have money, you don't need to have experience. You just say, okay, I want to be in Amway, so you sign up already. So because of that, most people really do not understand what is the meaning of ABO. What is the meaning of I'm my own boss? Hey, if you do not understand that, I can guarantee you again, you will not make it in Amway. Because you do not know that you are your boss. We are so used to work for people. How many of you still working for people? Please put up your hand. That you are still an employee for a company. Most of you are already full-time in Amway. So I believe, no job. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Okay. Now, I was an employee 30 years ago, 40 years ago. I used to work for different companies. So, you see, human beings are like that. When I work for people, okay, automatically, I wake up early in the morning. Automatically, I have to go to the office. I got to finish my work before I can go home. Are you doing the same thing?
Yes.
Right? You can complain, Manila, traffic jam. You can complain, oh, rain. But you still have to be in the office. So in other words, all of us, we are so used to have somebody to tell us what to do and how to do. Somebody to supervise us. Somebody to manage our time. But now, you become your own boss. I tell you, hey, Amway is not really very difficult. To me, sell products, not really difficult. Sponsor people, not very difficult. But to learn to be your own boss is really very difficult. You just imagine, now you are the boss, okay? And you have a plan. You want to meet a prospect tomorrow. You want to visit your friends tomorrow to talk about the products, to explain the sales and marketing plan. But tomorrow, you know, after, tomorrow is Monday, right? So your appointment is 8 o'clock in the evening. But after 8 hours of hard work, when you get back to your home is so comfortable. Now, you struggle already. Will you still want to go to see your prospect? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, very good. That means you really, qualified to be a boss, right? Because nobody can force you to see your prospect. Okay? Right now, nobody can ask you to do anything about the Amway business. Nobody, not your sponsor, not the diamond, not the crown ambassador, not even Doug and Steve. No one else in the world can get you to do anything about the Amway business. The only person that can get you to do something about it is you yourself. That is your boss. That is you. And you can always give excuses. Let's say tomorrow, and when you want to get ready to get out of your front door, and you see rain. Give you good excuse already. I say, today rain, postpone to tomorrow, can or not? And you check, oh you see, traffic jam, to travel to my prospect's home may take me an hour. Today is a bit tired. Can I go and see my prospect tomorrow? Can or not? Of course can, because you are the boss. It's up to you whether you want to go or not to go. Nobody can say anything. I tell you, this is the most difficult part about doing Amway business. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, to me, when people talk to me, Amway this, Amway that, difficult to become successful, I say no. This business actually is a simple business. This business, you can make it. Definitely you can become successful. You can become diamond, you can even become a crown prince if you believe and if you really know how to be a boss, to have discipline, to be motivated. Hey, anything you do, you got to have motive. You got to be motivated. Why do you want to join the Amway business? Why do you want to see your prospect? Right, so if you are motivated, it's a different story already. I was a very lazy guy. One of the reasons why I do Amway because I was lazy. Because, now, really, when I decided to build the Amway business, after I met with my upline, I set myself a goal. I want to be retired at the age of 40. Because at that time I was only 26 years old. I said, I wanted to read, because I read a book, How to Retire at the Age of 40. Because I was lazy. I said, who wants to work every day? Who wants to work for the rest of his life? Nobody. Nobody wants to, work for the rest of his life. If I can retire early at the age of 40, then I can do whatever things I enjoy doing. Am I right? I go beaches, listen to music, travel around the world. This is what I want. Not to work, not to sell the products, not to sponsor people. But I have to achieve success first before I can retire. Yes?
Yes.
Right or wrong?
Yes.
Yeah. So once I understand that, I got the motive already. But still, I tell you what, home is so comfortable. Every time when I come back home, after dinner and then have a glass of beer, I'm so relaxed, Don't want to go out already. That's why I tell you, the greatest challenge about your Amway business is not about selling a sponsor, it's your front door. You have to overcome that. That means you have to learn to really be your own boss. So how to do that? You got to be motivated. Hey, don't wait for your upline to call you. I tell you, if you need your upline to call you, to really urge you to attend meeting, to sell, to sponsor, forget about the Amway business. You will not make it. Don't wait for people to make you work. Ask yourself this question. Do you really want to become successful? Do you have a reason for doing the Amway business? Do you have motivation? Are you motivated? If your answer is yes, I have a good reason, I'm motivated, I tell you, you do not have to wait for your upline. You do not have to wait for anybody to call you. And front door, I tell you, you know how I overcome my problem of getting out of my comfort home? To me, it was very simple because I got a big motivation. I wanted to make money. Well, money, for those who have money, maybe money is not important. But for me, I've got no money. Money is very important. So my mind is, I want to make money. Really? Let me ask you a question. Let's say, right now, you got 10 million peso. I don't know whether 10 million is a lot or not, but not too bad. Let's say if you have got 10 million peso, how many of you would spend to buy a car? To buy a car. You don't like car?
House.
No? Why?
House.
Oh, I tell you, when I was young before, yeah, very good. When I was young, I always envied my neighbors, my friends that who own car. Because every day when I take bus to work, I never like to take bus to work. I got to squeeze, and then it's really, mini bus. And I think a lot of people here in Manila, instead of mini bus, you take what?
MRT.
Jeepney. You like to take jeepney to work?
No.
So why not you have your own car?
Yes.
I always ask myself this question: why there were so many cars in Kuala Lumpur none belong to Foo Howe Kean? You better ask yourself this question. There are a lot of cars in Manila. Oh, maybe you already got a car. Okay, that's a different story. Alright? Okay, you don't want to buy a car. It's okay. You got 10 million peso. How many of you would like to buy a house? Or more people rather buy. Okay, probably everybody want to buy a house. How many of you will probably want to travel around the world? Oh, you love traveling. How many of you want to send your children to overseas, America, England to study? Oh, many of you haven't got, not even married yet, all right? But for those who have got children, probably you want to spend the money to send your children for it. So in other words, hey, you need money, whether buy a car, a house, or travel, or send children to study abroad, you need money. So I hope this is your motivation, Dream. I think dream is one of the best way to help you to become a good boss. Okay? So, do you have dreams?
Yes.
Of course you have dreams, as I asked you already, you want to have 10 million. Maybe 10 million may not be able to buy a good home, but anyway, it's still a home, right? So for those who do not even own your own home, I think that should be a big motivation for you to do the Amway business. But I got to warn you, dreams, when you grow older, strings become smaller, because most people never realize their dreams. It's good to have dreams, but dreams very difficult to achieve. Okay? Most people never realize their dreams. But I want to share with you how you can achieve your dreams. There are two ways to achieve your dream. One is you string your dreams to fit your income. Straight away, your dream come true. Yes or no?
Yes.
String your dreams to fit your income. I don't think you choose this way to achieve your dream. This is a lousy way. Don't use this way. The second way is to grow your income to live your dream. That is the reason why we are here, right?
Yes.
We all have dreams. All of you got big dreams. I don't care whether you want to retire young, you want to travel, you want to buy a home, you want to buy a car. You got dreams. And I tell you, in order to achieve your dreams, the better way is to grow your income to live your dream. And I tell you, Amway is one of the best opportunities to help you to grow your income to live your dreams. And I was really grateful for this great Amway opportunity that it helped me. I was nobody, I got no money, I got no home, I got no car, but because of Amway, all my dreams has been come true. motivation. After I qualified platinum, I took only, put it this way, I think in less than 1 year, I qualified platinum. I always ask myself this question: why some of you in Amway for more than 2 years and still not yet platinum? Some of you have been in Amway for 3 years and still not yet platinum. Some of you have been even in Amway for 5 years and still cannot qualify platinum. You are not really serious about your Amway business. You are not motivated. You are not serious about your dreams. And I hope after my talk, I want to encourage you, okay? If you're serious, if you're convinced, and you get motivated, and you really learn to be your own boss, have a big dream, and set goal, I tell you, within 2 years, you should be able to become a platinum. Really? At least. You don't have to take 5 years to become platinum. 2 years. Maybe 1 year you can become a platinum. So at the most 1 to 2 years, you should be able to qualify as a platinum. Especially right now, Amway offer so many incentives, so many support, and then we are going to have a new warehouse. It's going to be a beautiful, full equipped warehouse, very grand, office. And that will definitely help us to build. In fact, people who live in Manila are really very fortunate. Really, for those who are, in Manila and building a business, because with the new warehouse, all you need to do is, visit the warehouse once a week. Just once a week, I think you can build this business there. Trust me, if you can visit our new headquarters just once a week, within 2 years, you should be able to become a platinum. You know why? Because this business is selling and sponsoring. It's a people business. All you need to do is every week you make yourself one day. I don't care, whether it's Tuesday or Friday. You promise yourself that every week you bring 1 or 2 friends, prospect to visit Amway warehouse. All right? And when you are, yes, this is one of, to me, this is very best way. Any Amway staff here? No? Okay. I was told that we have a cafeteria, right?
Yes.
Huh?
Coffee shop.
Amway, a new headquarters. Are we going to have a
Coffee shop.
already? Yes?
Coffee shop.
You do have to bring your prospect to Starbucks.
Yes.
And it's expensive. You bring to Amway, drink J&J coffee. Right? J&J coffee. Is it J&J coffee? R&J coffee, sorry, J&J. R&J coffee. Yes, probably only half the price. And I tell you, it's even better. Our R&J coffee is definitely one of the best in the world. And very comfortable. So you invite your friends, let's go for a drink, a coffee. I'm sure it's not that easy and not that difficult, right? Yeah. So if you do that, you promise yourself, okay? Of course, for those who want to grow a little bit faster, maybe you make twice a week. But if not, at least once a week. Can you do that? For those who can do that, please put up your hand. Yes or no? Yes. Good. Just do that once a week. I tell you what. When I first started, I just bring my friend to my upline's house once a week, and that's how I built my Amway business. And when you bring your prospect to Amway, when they see, it's so, the atmosphere will help you to convince your, prospect. You start to say, oh, Amway, yes, so many products. Amway, yes, it's really real, And then it will help you to convince your prospect to buy the products, to be sponsored into the Amway business. And if 1 week, if you can get just 1 customer or 1 downline, 1 month you can get 4. And 1 year, 48. Do you know that I only sponsor 20, I become diamond director. Wow. And if you sponsor 48, don't tell me you can't even become a platinum. You see my point or not? Yeah. Alright? Of course, if you want to learn how I qualify diamond with just 20 people, then you have to learn to do the business properly. Okay? Now this is what I'm going to share with you now. How, little later on, when you really do the business properly, sponsor maybe 20 or 30, you can become a platinum, rather than, you know, sponsor 40, 50, and yet still struggle with 369%. The important thing is sponsor the right people. Okay, very important concept. I noticed that a lot of people sell the business cheap. A lot of people, you know, like want people to oblige you to get people to sign up. I tell you, if you do that, you can never sponsor good people. People will not respect you. People will not respect your business because you sell the business cheap. Sometimes a lot of Amway leaders always ask the company, you know, why charge people? Why not free sponsoring? I always oppose this idea. Nothing is free. Anything of value got to pay the price. You agree with me?
Yes.
Do you believe one day if this Dusit Thani hotel tell him, say, look, you are welcome to stay in this hotel free of charge? No such thing, right? No such thing, because value. You got to pay the price. You want to stay here, pay the price. It is free, no value one. So I want you to really, you know, put up the price. Be confident about the Amway business. Believe in the products. Believe in the business. Believe in the future. And be proud of this Amway business when you share the opportunity or the product with your prospect. So if you can do that with that kind of belief, you can convince people. Don't make it cheap. Something like, please sign up now. Or something like, after all, it's free, right? Sign up. No risk. No need to invest. No need to do anything and you become successful. No such thing. Okay? I never want to talk to my prospects that, oh, this is a business that no challenges. This is a business that, oh, everybody can become successful. Oh, this is a business that you try for 6 months and you can qualify to another. No such thing. Anything I've got value have to put in effort and time. So are you ready or not? Yes. Are you serious about your dream? Are you serious about your success? If you're serious, then tell yourself, look, I'm prepared to really, you know, learn how to present the business. I want to talk to my prospect. This is a business worth you to give it your time. If you can do that, I tell you, you will not simply go and pull people, sponsor people, you know, use slack. If your prospects are not qualified, you don't even want to talk to them. You get my point or not? Yes. I will never want to sponsor people who, you know, want to become successful, to be rich overnight. People with that kind of philosophy in life, not my prospect. I do not want to waste my time with people who have that kind of, you know, concept, that want to be rich without putting in effort, want to become successful overnight, want to make fast money. Oh, those people who want to make fast money, who want to be rich overnight, not suitable for Amway business. I would rather go for people, I do not know. I'm sure a lot of people in Philippines are people who believe in this kind of philosophy that, you know, anything worth achieving never come easy. Right? Yes. So we will go for people who believe in this philosophy. I don't mind spending my time. I want to invest my time. As long as this business worth my time. Right? So you would rather spend time to explain this business properly and get the right people to join you. If you do that, you may not have to sponsor 40, 50 or 100 people. I tell you, I pity those people who work very hard, you know, sponsor 5 a month, you know, sponsor 100 people and yet very little volume because you sell the business cheap. You sponsor the wrong guy. You do not really explain the business properly to your prospects. So if you can start to understand what I shared with you and be serious about this business, and then I'm looking from all these leaders, they have 30 years, 40 years of experience, all your upline, You know, every month Amway committed, you know, come here, train you, teach you, and then we have a center meeting, Tuesday meeting, Thursday meeting. We have so many meetings, you know, and all the people who conducted the meeting are professional Amway people. They have the experience, they have the know-how. So if you're serious, why not come and learn from them? Hey, I hate to tell my downline, attend meeting. In fact, I never want to sell meeting. To me, it's your downline have got no need. Don't ask them to attend meeting. You got to find the need first. If your downline want to learn something, for example, you know, we talk about how to slim down. So if your downline wanted to learn, you know, how to slim down, and then the experienced leader give the talk. So they come to attend, not attend meeting, but to attend a talk, to learn something. We got so many courses, you know, how to live longer, how to become healthy, you know, how to protect your skin, how to make yourself look younger, how to solve your people's problems. All this, I tell you, you got to pay a lot of money in order to go to a lot of institute to learn from the professional. But you come and learn from the upline, you really no need to pay the fees. You just, you know, invest your time. So you understand, you know. So once you understand, hey, it's not really difficult to invite people to attend meeting. Sorry to say we're so used to saying meeting, but it's actually a cost, all right? And we have different costs. So every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or every month, you know, we have this kind of meeting. Sorry, I call meeting again. I'm so used to meeting. But anyway, it's a cost. Let them come and attend the talk and the course. First, you better learn first, right? So now I want to come back to the third point. That is, learn to be a leader. You are your own boss. When you sponsor people, you are not your downline's boss. You understand?
Yes.
Right? So, Amway is my downline. Mr.Foo, my downline. Joy Cat, my downline. Athlete, my downline. Also my downline. All these are my downline. But they are not working for me. I'm not their boss. I cannot make them work. But why should they follow me? Why? I don't pay them. Why they follow me? Please, ask yourself this question. If you sponsor people, I don't know how many you have sponsored. Let's say you sponsor 5. Do you want your 5 ABO downline to follow you? Yes. Of course, right? Can you imagine? I mean, don't talk about all of them follow you. Just about 10% of the people sponsored by you follow you. Hey, your business will be different, right or not? If just about 10% of the people sponsored by you or sponsor your brand, I'm sure many of you have more than 10 downline, or probably some of you have already got 50 downline or 100 downline. In fact, I tell you, in Philippines, it's easy to sponsor. You can sponsor hundreds and thousands of people because you've got so many prospects in the Philippines. You've got 100 million people here, and you more than 75% of the people are U35. And the U35 that is very special characteristic, they all want to be successful. I tell you, and Amway offer the best opportunity for these people to get ahead in life. So to me, sponsoring people is not difficult at all. And many of you have already got so many downline. But how many of them really serious? And how many of them follow you? Ask yourself this question. So you can sponsor and sponsor and sponsor. If very few people follow you, if you cannot excite them, cannot motivate them, you're wasting your time. I sponsor 20. 6 of them really follow me. 6 of them trusted me. 6 of them respected me. I helped the 6. They qualified platinum. I became a diamond. I qualified diamond in 27 months with only 20 dollars. Because I learned from the very beginning that I cannot make people successful. I think this is a very good concept. Don't think that you are really great. You cannot make people successful. You can only find people who want to be successful and show them the route to success. And you better learn first. In other words, you are your own boss, but you are not your downline's boss. So the third very important concept is learn to be a leader. You are a leader. The moment you sponsor someone, you become a leader. But whether the people sponsored by you respect you as a leader or not is yet a question mark. I got this concept right from the very beginning because Dr. Jerry always reminds me, hey, you know, this is a leadership business. You got to learn to be a leader. You got to train yourself. What do you mean by leadership? Leadership means before you are a leader, develop yourself to become a leader. When you become a leader, then develop others to be a leader. Very simple. So, before you are a leader, develop yourself. Train yourself to become a leader. I tell you, this is one of the best things about the Amway business is it gives us the opportunity to develop ourselves, to become a leader. Do you want to become a leader?
Yes.
Do you want to be respected by people?
Yes.
Do you want the people sponsored by you really respect you and follow you?
Yes.
If the answer is yes, then learn to be a leader. You know, when I first started, actually I didn't really got motivated about selling. You know, I didn't quite like selling. Alright? You know why? Because sell LOC, how much can I make? You see my point or not? Right? You sell one LOC, you know, I got to make appointment, I got to do demonstration, and then close the sales. Very little profit. Not worth my while. I would rather go and sell because I used to work for a big company. You know, I sell something really big. So if you ask me to, I studied physics. I love, you know, if I sell house or what, I can make good commission. But Amway products, little products, you know, very little profit. So I was not motivated to sell Amway products. If it's the profit, I tell you, I could have given up the Amway business. I stay and I build the business not just because of this little 30%, 20% selling profit, because I see the big picture of the Amway business, that I can build big business. But I have got to learn to sell first because I want to be a leader. Because I take this as a challenge. If I don't sell, I will not have the experience how to sell. So I will not qualify to teach my people how to sell. So I sell, I'm motivated to sell, not because I wanted to earn that profit. To me, that profit is not important to me. To me, important is I acquire knowledge, I acquire experience, I learn, I become qualified professional, so that when I sponsor my downline, I can teach my downline how to sell the products. And because of that, I tell you, I was really excited, I was motivated. So every time I do demonstration, I learn, I sell, not because I make the money. It's because I learn something every time I make a sales. Concept, you know, and that was the reason why I can become successful in such a short period of time. I was really motivated, not for a profit, you know, because sometimes a lot of people, you know, after doing the business, work for a few months and see little volume, give up because, you know, very little money. You didn't see the big picture yet. You should see far. You get what I mean or not? So I was not motivated by the retail profit. I was motivated by the diamond bonus, the emerald bonus, the FCA bonus. All these are the, you know, big money that actually excited me, motivated me. But I have got to be a leader first. I got to have the experience first. I got to qualify to be a teacher, to teach my people how to sell and to sponsor. Alright? So once you understand that, You know how to build a business already. So learn to be a leader. What is a leadership? Leadership is, develop yourself to be a leader before you are a leader. When you become a leader, then develop others to become leader. So when you become a leader, you sell, you sponsor, you be an organization, you become a platinum, and then you develop other people to become a platinum. Don't you think this is the right way to build the Amway business?
Yes.
So you become platinum, and then you help develop 6 other downline to become platinum. You are what? You are what? You are diamond. So anyway, I don't think, of course, sounds easy, but you really have to face some challenges and problems. Okay? The 4th thing, I want you to really understand the meaning of perseverance. I know, after you listen to my talk, you wish that you can also become diamond in 2 years or 3 years. I just want to assure you, you can make it. You can become successful. Whether within 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years or not, I do not know. But I want to assure you, you can do the business. You can become successful. But you got to have a little bit of patience. You got to build up the perseverance. You got to have the perseverance. Now, most people, when you sponsor someone, you try to maybe encourage that downline or approach the downline. And what happens if the downline, maybe the first time very excited, and then the second time when you go and talk to that person again, and he avoid you, how will you feel? You feel discouraged, right?
Yes.
Do you have this kind of experience?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, we have a lot of this kind of, experience. It's not easy, to sponsor someone, and we hope after sponsor that guy, will automatic and become active and start to sell and sponsor and build a business. But most of the time, the people sponsored by us do nothing. Yes or no?
Yes.
And that breaks your heart. And you become so discouraged, so disappointed. Yes?
Yes.
Don't get discouraged. Now, you got to learn to have the perseverance. In other words, follow-up is important, right? In other words, when you sponsor someone, don't expect that downline suddenly, grow. It takes time. You need to go back, follow up, and follow up. The question here is, how many times do you need to go back and follow up your downline? I tell you, most of the Amway people do not have the patience. They only follow up once or twice, or at the most 3 times. And then after 3 approaches, and that downline is still negative, you become negative too, right? So you start to complain, I sponsor these people, none of them are serious about Amway. Most of them, I approaches them and try to motivate them, encourage, and they're not excited. And they turn me down. Very disappointed. Hey, be patient. Let me show you some statistics. I didn't conduct these statistics. It's the National Sales Association of United States. They have conducted a very long, survey of very good statistics over the years. It's very interesting statistics that for those who do sales, okay, we why the selling business, right? To sponsor people also like selling. So if you approach or follow up just once, do you know what is the success rate? 2%. So unless you are really lucky, you sponsor someone, I don't know, maybe your upline is very lucky. On this spot, follow you how many times? Mark Ray, please tell me. How many times did your upline follow up you? Many, many times. Okay, good. You turn down your many, many times. Lu Yongji, how many times did your upline follow up you? Huh? Oh, okay. More than 10 times. Now tell me, do you think if you follow up a ABO 10 times and she become a current investor, do you think it's worthwhile? Yes? Yes? Of course. That's why you have to have that concept. Don't just think about today, tomorrow, or next week. You got to think ahead. Right? I tell you, most people, especially those professional, those successful people, are people that sometimes difficult to follow up. Sometimes you sponsor someone and that someone suddenly jump and say, hey, this is business for me. I tell you, don't get excited. Maybe tomorrow somebody, pour cold water and then he disappeared. But those who always say no to you, no. Hey, these stubborn people may be good guy, Just like Foo Howe Kean, very stubborn. Unfortunately, Chan Tin didn't have the perseverance to follow up with me. He only followed up me once only. Hey, yes, if Chan Tin follow up with me 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, I could have been convinced by him and joined the business. See my point or not? Hey, I think this is very important. According to statistics, if you only approach your downline once, or prospects once, or potential customer or ABO once, chances are you have only 2% of success rate. If you approach or follow up twice, it increased to 3%. Still very low. If you follow up 3 times, it jumped to 5%. But to me, 5% is still, the rate of failing is 95%. But you approach it 3 times already. Why not follow up 1 more time? Give it the 4th time. If you follow up the 4th time, the rate becomes 10%. So ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I think it's worthwhile for you to think about that, okay? So don't get disappointed, discouraged just because your ABO turned you down once or twice or 3 times. Why not try the 4th time? How about 5th time? I tell you, according to National Sales Association of the United States, that if a salesperson keep follow up for 5 times up to 12 times, the success rate become 80%. Think about that. Right? And then just now I checked with all these people. I tell you, most of them has been followed up by more than 5 times, 6 times, 8 times. Even Mr. Foo Kok, I tell you, I don't know how many times. All the people in Amway try to follow up Foo Kok. Instead of making Foo Kok sign up, he convinced all the Amway people out of Amway. I don't know how many of them. 20 over Amway ABO from different people, different groups tried to sponsor Foo Kok, and yet none of them succeeded. All the 20 people, instead of convince Foo to join the Amway business, he convinced all of them to quit the Amway business. Can you imagine? Tell you, actually he discouraged a lot of Amway people. That's bad. Alright? I tell you, someone somehow, I don't know how, convinced you by the name of Ma Wen Chai. Got him. But the truth is, I thought just now, Ma Wen Kean is Foo Kok's upline. And then sponsored one guy called Tek Thai. But anyway, that Ma Wen Kean sponsored 1 or 2 people and then somehow convinced Mr. Foo to join. I didn't know the story, but anyway, he signed up. Luckily, he signed up in my organization. So he became my crown ambassador. Alright. And, good story. I tell you, perseverance is really important. Ma won't get after sponsored Chan Kuntin into the organization, have got no patience, no perseverance, you know. So rush, wanted to grow the business quick. So before Koo become active in Amway, he resigned from Amway. Ma Wun Kiat resigned from Amway before Koo Chong Kok got committed into the Amway business. So the Ma Wun Kiat disappeared, resigned, joined other direct selling company. But Ma Wun Kiat was somehow, you know, I think he joined more than 20 other direct selling company. Funny people. But anyway, he tried A company, B company, C company, 20 over other networking company, and most of the company he reached the top. He was really good. You know, he joined so many companies, always the top performer. But unfortunately, he still quit. Not because he was not good enough, the company collapsed. So he got no choice, he got to change another company. And when he became the top, the company disappeared. So he got to change another company. So keep changing company for 20 over companies. And then 2 years ago, he was about 50 years old, he became more matured. After trying for so many years, 20 over years, he got the wisdom already. He said, hey, I think Amway is still better. So come back and join Amway. Join under Koo Chong Kok. So the upline become Koo Chong Kok's downline. And I tell you, good story is, now, 2 years later, he qualified. 1 year became Emerald Direct Distributor. And next year, he's going for Executive Diamond Direct Distributor. Right? The reason why I want to share with you this story is for those of you who have already got some downline, go back and approach a few more times. Follow up a few more times. Okay, of course you got to learn how to follow up properly lah. So maybe 5 times, 6 times, 8 times. I do not know. Maybe some of them are Koo Chong Kok the number 2. And if you give up, you'll be like Ma Wun Kiat. 20 years later, come back and join your downline. Don't do that. Hey, really? You know, I tell you, just like my upline, after sponsor me in, and his upline, my platinum, before I got committed into Amway, my platinum sold me to my upline. Hey, you own the business, you know. Your business got value one, you know. When you have a few downline, you got value one, you know. I don't know how much lah. I don't know at that time. Probably my value was 0 lah, because I was 0%. But he sold, I think maybe don't know, I think a few $1,000 to his upline. If he were to know that Foo Howe Kean is a crown ambassador, you think he'll sell the business away? No. Do you know how much if the upline now want to sell my business? It's a lot of money, you know. You see my point or not? So ladies and gentlemen, you know, you better think 5 years from today. Have some imagination, okay? Have a big dream. See far. Amway Philippine, as I said yesterday, you know, Philippine is one of the fastest growing market in the world. One of the most potential market in the world. All of us, we will have fantastic future. And all these people, you know, we have belief. We are here. Because a lot of people ask me, Mr. Foo, why you keep coming to Philippines? Why Oceaning and why, you know, all these crown ambassadors, you know, keep coming. You know why? Because the answer is very simple. We believe in Philippine market. And we believe in you. Trust me, I'm not stupid. Really. I always believe that I'm a person with wisdom. Okay? I believe in people like you, because the market is so big. Sometimes people tell me, oh, Filipino love to, you know, just singing, you know, enjoy life, have fun, you know, I'm not serious about, you know, doing work. Who said so? Don't listen to all those people. Filipino also very hardworking. of course, otherwise how can the business in Philippines, keep growing? I tell you what, you look overseas, there are so many Filipino workers. There are so many Filipino maids working for people, I got a maid too, I tell you. Everybody want to employ Filipino maid. You know why? Because they're hard working. They work 8 hours, 10 hours a day. Do you know that? So in other words, Filipino are very hardworking. I just want to let you know, if all the Filipinos, the maids, the workers, if they were to know that Amway, if they were to know this business opportunity, hey, they don't have to go overseas. They better come back here to build this business. Better future for them. Don't you agree with me? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, you better have the vision. Take it as a challenge. It's a mission for you. You grow the business. Learn to be your own boss. Learn to be a leader. Become successful so that you can help more Filipino to change their life, to better their life, to become successful in the Amway business. Remember, build yourself to be a leader before you can build others to be a leader. If you can do that, you can become successful in the Amway business. So with that, I end my presentation, and I wish you, a very happy weekend, because I still think that, this is a business and we still enjoy the business. Even we come to the meeting, you learn something, but I want you to enjoy. I hope that, you are happy about our meeting. You are happy about, my presentation.